everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel, the channel dedicated to all things cheap in the world of fragrances. And in today's video, as you've just seen, I've made yet another rack store run for another haul video. It's been a bit since I did a rack store haul. I think last year was the last one I did because last month in January was one that I did mainly just an online order for a bunch of under the radar cheapies. And in case you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it right here for you to go check it out. But I did happen to go to Ross and TJ Maxx this past time, but I put in just the B-roll footage of my visit to Ross, but I really didn't get anything from it. There were a few things in there that looked interesting, but wasn't really within my budget and the scope of this video. And some things that were in there, just nothing I really was interested in, even though I did happen to find Toomey's Continuum in a separate case, because they have a case on the side for things like jewelry and watches and whatnot. And I found it there for $29.99, and I even posted it on my community post tab because I was just so, amazed by the price, and I've never seen it anywhere online, even close to that. So I had that one, but I've already smelled that fragrance and had samples of it, so it really wasn't for this video. But when I went next door to TJ Maxx, I still really didn't find anything that much, especially in the men's case. But when I went over to the women's case, I saw these two here that maybe were shown in the video, maybe not. There were some things that I thought about getting, but was looking at it later and was like, I really am not interested too much in that. But I found two that were in the clearance part of that case in the very bottom behind a lot of other ones in there. And it was these two here that I've seen here and there, but really haven't thought much about them. Is this one here by Gulf Orchid, from their musk collection called Angel Musk, and then this one by Cod Lodge called Cafe Latte. I know both of these were in the women's case, but I think both of these are actually meant to be unisex, so it still could be something that I might enjoy wearing. And it will be just these two. I was looking for a third one, but nothing, like I said, really piqued my interest to add to this. So we'll just have a very short video today, but nonetheless, hopefully these will still be really good and worth their time talking about. So let's go ahead and start with this first one here. And yes, for once, I did not take the cellophane off of these, so it is gonna be a little noisy and hopefully not too much noise pollution. By the way, the price on this one was $16 for the Gulf Orchid one, which I did not expect. I thought it was actually gonna be a lot more than that, but apparently not. And when she rung it up and I saw $16, I was pleasantly surprised. Then the bottle, I felt rattling around in here everywhere, so hopefully it's all in one piece. And there we go. Don't know what I think about the look of that. It's a cool looking bottle in a way because of how it is, a lot of glass in there and has that small section in the middle, but it's milky. And I really hope that this is not an alcohol-free one. Okay, so this is not alcohol-free. Good deal. I see it on the back here. It says alcohol denatured, so it is not alcohol-free. It is just creamy for some reason. And I know this is in their musk collection. I think I've seen some other people talk about the other ones in the musk collection, but I don't remember what they were like or, if they were even that substantial, but we'll see. So this one is called Angel Musk, and I did briefly look at some of the note breakdown, or not even the note breakdown, but just the overall overview of the profile, and it looked like it was something that was pretty interesting. So I am expecting a good bit from this. I'm just really not so sure about the cloudiness of the juice here, but you never know. I do like the bottle overall. Again, very thick glass, and Gulf Orchid's emblem is engraved or embossed on the bottom along with the sticker of authenticity. So good detail, things like that. The first one of the video, Angel Musk from the Musk collection by Gulf Orchid. Let's see what this is like. Pretty okay atomizer, not really too pressurized, but it does have a nice push to it. And if both of these end up being way more feminine leaning, then I guess my wife will have two new additions to her collection. So, and hopefully they still smell good and things that I would like for her to wear. Okay, I think I'm getting enough time to sit on the test strip. Let's go in for the first sniff of the haul. Ooh, okay. A little slightly fruity, sweet, along with florals, the usual fruity floral mixture that you have with a lot of women's fragrances, especially nowadays. Sweet, a little almost creamy, like tonic sweetness in the background, and maybe the juice is giving me that kind of idea, but like a lotion, like a sweet, little light, fragrant lotion. There's like that musk in there, but it does have a certain like fruity quality to it that smells a little familiar. I wouldn't say maybe lychee or maybe peach or something like that. Okay, definitely not peach and maybe not lychee, but it definitely has a sweet, musky, like tonic nature to it it's nice, it's smooth, it's very, a little subtle as well. It's drying down, being more sweet, musky, definitely. A little reminiscent to things like the dry down of vanilla musk, which is a very, very cheap and expensive fragrance, but it smells a little similar to that. So it does tell you there's a lot of musk in here, and it should, after being something called angel musk. A little generic, not gonna lie, a little generic, but not bad, and definitely pleasant, something that would be a very nice second skin scent kind of thing. After you spray it and it settles down the skin, it'd be still sweet, musky, lightly fruity, a little powdery as well. But yeah, not bad, it's nice. Maybe not one that I personally would wear unless I really wanted to go for that kind of style for some reason, you know, and like maybe springtime would be good, beginning, middle of spring, I want something like this. I mean, I could see it, but not really anything that I would personally just reach out and immediately want to spray on. Yeah, I can definitely see it way more feminine leaning, not even just unisex feminine. I'd say it's way more just feminine by itself. We'll let that sit for a bit, maybe come back to it later. Next, we'll look at this one here by Cod Lodge called a Cafe Latte. And I've actually had my eye on this for a good while because I know it's supposed to be a clone, or at least a similarity to Amore Cafe by Mancera, which is a very hyped fragrance from them. Has been ever since it came out. I know even Omar from the School of Scents channel has really hyped that one up. So if this is anywhere close to Amore Cafe, I'll be pleasantly very, very surprised. I mean, I've never actually gotten to sample Amore Cafe, so I won't be able to testify as to how accurate it is, but because I don't have Amore Cafe, if this is close to it, it'd be a good, you know, replacement maybe, or a good supplement for it. And this actually ended up being $24 on the clearance side, which I don't think is bad at all. I think online this ended up being like almost $30, a little over that or so. So yeah, really good price overall. From what I can imagine, I imagine this is gonna smell, I mean, it says cafe latte, so it has to have coffee, so very coffee forward, maybe a little like tonic, very, very sweet, very vanillic, maybe a little bit almost like a baked goods kind of vibe to it, and a good bit ambery, warm, maybe a little spicy as well. I really, really dig the bottle. It does have a little ding to it at the top that kind of scrapes off that rose gold enamel, which kind of messes it up. But overall, I do like the bottle. Overall, Cod Lodge has pretty okay looking bottles as far as that I've been able to see from their fragrances. I know it's gonna have a great atomizer because almost all of Cod Lodge's stuff have amazing atomizers. So I know it's gonna be really, really good. Again, here we go. I'm expecting just a very sweet coffee forward, again, spicy, you know, very baked goods kind of thing, you know, gourmand in a way, or gourmand-ish. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, amazing atomizer. Like it had like a very nice stream to it, and it spread out a good bit, like a pressurized water hose in a way. Really, really, really nice. Okay, let's sell just a little bit on the strip. Let's go and see what it's like. Ooh, okay. Very different on the strip than it is in the air. I guess because you get closer to it and you have a little more of a denseness when it's on the strip like this, which means it's gonna probably have a little more dense like wall of fragrance when it's on the skin as well. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is actually very, very smooth. I do get that coffee aspect to it, and a thicker vanilla sweetness, but it's not like a piercing vanilla. Very subtle, very compact, but soft. There's a spice in there, like almost like caramelized kind of spiciness. Very, very nice. I'm like a cinnamon. There's definitely cinnamon in this. Yeah, and it has a little bit of a sweet milk kind of thing in there coming out now. A little airy, fresh, like it's evaporating off. But yeah, really, really nice. This is definitely more unisex than the Angel Musk. As far as I can tell, it doesn't have any florals in it like that one does. Not too like light, sweet, musky like that one is. This is relying more on a spicy, vanillic sweetness and that coffee in there, as a, you know, balance of bitter and sweet as well. So it definitely ties it more unisex, just like how Amore Cafe would be. It's actually not as loud as I was expecting it to be, but if it is a very sweet fragrance, that's probably good because it balances out with being very sweet, but not too loud where it's not gonna be too cloying. It's like it's balancing itself out and making sure you don't overdo it. But also, maybe I didn't spray enough on the test strip because like I said, it had a fine mist that was very narrow, then puffed out the end, and maybe I could only sprayed it like in one small spot. Let's go back to the Angel Musk real quick. Again, Angel Musk from the Musk collection by Gulf Orchid. And even before I sprayed Cafe Latte on, I was still smelling this off the strip, just sitting over here on the side, and I was really hoping it wasn't gonna get in the way, but let's see what we think about it. Ooh, okay, it's actually changed a fair bit There's no note breakdowns on the side or back here, which means I'm going to have to look this up on my phone. Powdery, sweet, musky, warm, spicy, vanilla, woody, rose. Yeah, I knew the floral aspect, but yeah, it is rose, isn't it? Aromatic, balsamic, fruity, as it goes really, I guess, in that dry down. A lot of people actually either medium way love or like it. It's more of a like than a love. Some people say it's almost all year round wearability. It was launched actually last year, so it's very, very recent. Top notes are spicy notes, Davana, and dried fruits. Maybe it's that Davana that I'm getting that sounds that's a little familiar to me. Middle notes are rose, sandalwood, and gourmand accord. And base notes are musk, vanilla, and tonka. So I'm wondering if maybe, you know, after it's on skin or maybe after it sits on the shelf and matures and then you spray it on skin, if it will, you know, you get more of those base and mids coming out, but that dry down maybe brings out more of that sweetness, like the gourmand accord and the vanilla and all that. Yeah, way too feminine for me. Not really my kind of style, but one that I'm sure my wife would really, really like. And yeah, I think it has almost all year round usability, especially in the springtime we're about to get into. Is, you know, not too warm, but not too cool. I think it'd be great. You know, it has all those sweet aspects you want and the fresher, musky, clean aspects, along with a little bit of a fruity sweetness, you know, a tad bit of freshness. I think it'd be perfect for that. Yeah, not my favorite, but I do respect it. I do like it. Okay, now for the Cod Lodge Cafe Latte. I'm actually gonna go ahead and look at the notes as listed on right here, what I got on my phone. It's a sweet vanilla coffee almond caramel like tonic. Maybe it's that almond that smells a little familiar to me. Like a little bit of that, you know, almond like tonic that gives you a little bit of the like Pegasus kind of vibe. Top notes are coffee, sweet almond, and milk. Middle notes are vanilla, ice cream, and amber. And base notes are vanilla, again, almond, cream, and caramel. So twice you got vanilla. You also have ice cream, which I imagine is gonna also be vanilla. And all they have cream, and so it's very like tonic, like I said, milky, creamy like tonic. And you do have that coffee in the top and caramel in the base. And I did say there's like a caramel kind of spiciness to it. Even though there is no spice, I do think it's definitely in here just a little bit. Yeah, because even the note breakdown or the note profile says it has to be a little warm, spicy, and the amber note that's in this could be doing that, like a certain kind of amber accord could have that in there. Yeah, I don't think this is really that, you know, feminine leaning. I think it is perfectly unisex, going either way. Depends on if you are into gourmands and sweet fragrances or not. If you are, I think you'd really like this one. And I really don't have a whole lot of gourmands in my collection. I have things that are very sweet or vanillic or tend to go a little bit toward that direction, you know, but nothing that's really just like meant to be a full-on gourmand. So I do appreciate this one. Yeah, really, really nice. Definitely my favorite one out of these two. Kind of wish I had a third one just so I could have an extra one to go through and so the video wouldn't be, you know, too short. But, you know, who knows, maybe it had just the right amount of time that it needed in there. But yeah, guys, here we go. These two here in this little bit haul video, that's mainly a clone haul that I got from TJ Maxx, and not even the men's section, you know, things that could be men's, it could not be, we'll see. Definitely one of these is more feminine leaning and the other one is definitely strong unisex, so, you know, you can guess which one I'm probably gonna go with. But yeah, both of them really good. Both of them smell great, smell smooth. They don't smell cheap. Definitely not this one for 16 bucks and this one for 24. They definitely don't smell that cheap. They smell really, really good quality, and they're from reputable clone brands, especially Gulf Orchid. That's now starting to get way more popular than it ever has with all the stuff it's coming out with, and people are giving it all kind of praise. And Cod Lodge has already earned its stars by putting things out like, you know, Cod Lodge Island, Island Dreams, and tons of other stuff, Chianca Silver, and all of those. But yeah, it's already earned it. But both these, really good. I highly recommend them if you know, want to have a sweet, fruity, musky, you know, creamy like tonic fragrance. This one here, Angel Musk, is good. But if you want a gourmand that is a little sweeter, a little more on the, you know, baked goods, coffee, caramel, things like that, this is a great one to go with. If you're a guy who wants a good gourmand, this smells like it'd be good. More than likely, I'm gonna wear one of these this week, and actually I'm probably gonna wear the Cafe Latte sometime this week just to try it out. And of course, after this video comes out, I'll have the week rotation video the following Monday talking about what I wore through the week, and so I'll be able to talk more about how this one performs and how it smelled on skin and whatnot. This one I'm just gonna probably give my wife and let her see how it is, and I'll report back to you maybe sometime later on to see what I thought about it on her. But there you go, guys. These are all that I opened up in this video. Hopefully next month will be a lot more fruitful and I'll have a lot more in it. Maybe I'll even go to a rack store and buy stuff over time, you know, a little bit here and there, maybe a collage of a bunch of different days together. That way I can have a big like rack store haul, or at least definitely more than just 2. What do you think about these? Have you bought these? Have you smelled these at all? What do you think about them, or what questions might you have about them? And maybe someone in the comments could let me know, what they think this one is actually meant to be a clone of, since I couldn't find anything about it. But let me know your thoughts on this and what fragrances maybe that I should be looking out for if I go out to another rack store and I see something out and about. What should I be looking for? What should I immediately pick up regardless whether I smell it or not? What do you think I should get? Let me know all those things in the comments below. And as usual, if you're watching this video and you like what you see here, please consider giving the video a like and a thumbs up. Let me know that you enjoyed it, that you want me to keep making these rack store haul videos. Like I said, maybe at some point I can change up these rack store hauls, maybe even have a friend with me to pick out things for me instead, and I can try them out in a video later. But as usual, guys, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, but you do like what you've seen here or what you've seen elsewhere on the channel, I encourage you to please consider supporting this channel by subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all the other things that I'm working on in the background. And trust me, there's a lot that I'm working and planning for all of you to watch and to bring out to all of you for enjoyment and entertainment. I'd love for you to be right along with me on this cheap and inexpensive fragrance journey, and hey, maybe I can even help you discover something new along the way. And per usual, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Again, thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I will see all of you again in the next video. Be blessed.